all amazed. From the sounds pumping through your speakers, this makes you wanna give God praise, God praise. This black got your back. Shout out to all my people, so where you at? This black got your back. Shout out to all my people, so where you at? This black got your back. Shout out to all my people, so where you at? This black got your back. Shout out to all my people, so where you at? Come on and get down, everybody. Come on and give him all of your praise. This black is playing all of the...
Yes, welcome to Liz Black Live. How y'all doing today? And welcome. This is Liz Black Live, and today I am going to share with you a book that you are definitely going to want to pick up. You're going to want to share it with other people. But first, come on in. Let me know that you're here. Just say hi. Just say, Liz, hey, what's going on? And we're going to get started. Again, come on, just come on in and say hi. We are streaming live on Facebook. We're streaming live on Periscope. And we are streaming live on YouTube. I could be screaming on there too. We are streaming. All right. So today, I am very, very excited. I have the book right in front of me. We're going to do some chatting today. I want to make sure that I pull up all the information because I want you to know Ken Jenkins. He is a phenomenal man. And I want to tell you, he is an author. He is a producer. He's an award-winning producer. I don't know if you saw the movie A Heart That Forgives, but we showed it in Harlem at the Miss Theater. We did a big showing with him. Really awesome. So I can only tell you that this book is going to bless your socks off. Let me let him up here so I don't just do all the talking the whole time. That's not right. Ken, welcome.
Hey, Liz. Well, thank you for having me.
How you doing today?
I am great. How about you?
I'm doing good, and I've been waiting for this opportunity. You know what's so awesome? Every once in a while, I'll get a text from you, something that you produce, something that's going on, an award that you received. It's always something good that God is doing in your life. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. God is good. He has been.
Yes. And we have some folks that are checking in. Hi, Jamela. Thank you for checking and saying hi. Barbara, what's going on? Thanks for checking in. Hi, Lance. How are you? Thank you from Texas. Come on, Lance. Thank you for checking in. Hey, Kevin, what's going on? Thanks for checking in. We are here today. If you are watching, it's okay for you to say hi. We're one big happy family. We have things to talk about, but Ken, first talk about the movie A Heart That Forgives for those that may not know about it, because it's streaming, if I'm correct now.
It's streaming on PureFlix. It's streaming on Amazon Prime. It's streaming on Tubi. A Heart That Forgives was inspired by a song of the same name, written by a good friend of mine, gospel artist Kevin LeVar.
Yes, Kevin.
Yes, you know as well. And once I heard that song, it wasn't that long before I realized God was telling me to write a screenplay about this movie, about forgiveness. And these stories basically take each character on their path to the forgiveness that they need. Because everyone has their own path. Forgiveness is different for each of us. For me, it made me learn how to forgive myself. For you, it made you hurt someone, you know you need to ask for forgiveness.
Yes.
Or someone may have hurt you, and you need to offer forgiveness to them. So that's what the movie was about. It has been just a blessing beyond my wildest expectations. Like you mentioned, it won a number of awards. Kevin Saul won awards.
Yes.
We've had actors in the movie win award. My co-producer, Kate Gray, won an award. My director, Emily Brown, is nominated for several. So it has been more than I could ever have imagined.
Wow, that's great. Now, this right here, this book, Don't Call My Baby Ugly, the title alone makes you want to grab the book, Ken. So how did you even come up with the title?
So it was an interesting journey because I believe in allowing God to lead me in every aspect of what I'm doing, and what I'm writing, what I'm saying, what I'm communicating. And as we did different movie shoots around the country, and we would do Q&A afterwards, what was consistent in all the questioning was, how did you make this movie? What inspired you? And I always talk about my vision board and how I use a vision board to help keep me accountable
Wow.
to the things that I needed. And so I was sitting talking to my sister-in-law, Diana, one day, and she said, you know what? You need to write a book about this because people need to be inspired.
Yeah.
And I talk about it in the book. I came home, I said a prayer, and I said, Lord, this is what you want me to do. So I began writing a book about vision boarding. And halfway through the book, I had three people who are reading the book along with me. Kevin being one of them called me and said, this is not about vision boarding. This is about inspiring people to overcome challenges that they're going to face inevitably when they decide to pursue God's vision for them and go
Wow.
for a dream.
When they decide to pursue God's vision for them and their dream.
Yes.
That's deep. You know, Kevin's so deep. I love him to pieces. And he's right. And it's like a navigating manual.
Yeah, that's what you know. That's what I intended for it to be. Not simply a how-to book on, okay, get a board and put it on the wall and put some pictures up there, those things you want, you desire, like it's somehow going to miraculously manifest itself through osmosis.
Yes.
But step by step, how, and not that it's good for everyone, but step by step, how I allow God to direct me and lead me and help me overcome the challenges to birthing this dream. And Don't Call My Baby Ugly came out of simply saying, when you birth your dream, like birthing a child, and forgive me, I'm not trying to overstep the boundaries,
Yes.
but when you birth your child, what is the last thing you want someone to say to you when they see your baby? That is ugly.
Yes.
That somehow is not cute. And so inevitably, that's what's going to happen. People are going to be a naysayer. People are going to be behind you. Some people are going to come. Some people are going to go. But you have to stay true to what the vision is that God has given you.
Yes, you have to stay true to, no matter what you think of it, what others think of it. It's what God gave you, Ken.
Yes. Amen.
And it's awesome because again, this title, what made you when you came up with this title, it's almost like having a title like this is a magnet.
Well, it's the truth. I wanted to. It actually came from one of the chapters in the book, which is called "Don't Call My Baby Ugly." So, in sitting down and reading it over and over and over again, I wanted to just convey what the consistent message is.
Yes.
Um, yes, I agree. It's going to be an eye catcher. It's going to make me want to pick it up, but
Yeah.
it's also going to, I hope, inspire people to say, someone's going to call you baby ugly at some point. Someone told me my movie wasn't good enough. Someone told me that because I didn't know anybody in the business, literally, I didn't know them, that it wasn't going to be good enough. That, if I didn't agree with someone else's thoughts and desires and strategies for the film, then it was going to fail. I heard all of those naysayers. I heard all of those
Huh.
things. And the thing I had to keep myself accountable to was my prayer to God, where I said, God, you need to show me who's going to come to me. You need to show me who you're going to remove me. And I have to trust you that when that happens, I cannot give up. I have to believe that your word is true. And that's what the book is all about.
So, wow, you have some serious pictures in here too.
Yeah, I wanted to include some pictures
That's
because it's a
not
journey.
often people put pictures, I mean, actual pictures in there.
Yes, a lot of the pictures came straight from the scene of the movie.
Yes.
Some were behind the scenes shots. But I wanted to basically tell a story. I didn't want to just preach at people. I wanted people to see this had a beginning, a middle, an end, not complete yet. Because God has
Yes.
got some things that He's still doing. And as long as I repeat the process of staying accountable to what I believe He wants me to do, then all those things that I did before, I'm just a little bit closer to doing it again. And that's exciting.
Shout out to Steve Strickland. He says your movie was great, Ken.
Thank you, Steve. Hey, what's up, Steve? I hung out with Steve at October Film Festival in New York.
Yes, I'm
Great
sure.
actor
Yes.
himself and producer.
Yes, yes. Shout out to Steve. You know what? This is the first time I think in my life I've seen the word stick to itiveness actually spelled out. But I love the word, Ken.
You got to stick to it. You have got to stick to it. There's a part in the book where I talk about a speech that Jimmy Valvano gave a few years back at the ESPN Awards, the ESPN Awards, when he had been diagnosed with cancer. And the final words of his speech were, "Don't give up. Don't ever give up." And each and every time that I got to a point where I
Yes.
felt like giving up because money was tight or non-existent, people
Yeah.
that I wanted to be part of the project decided to go their own way. Um, every time I would just repeat that to myself: "Don't give up. Don't ever give up."
We have some folks that are checking in. Don't ever give up if anything else. Hi Paul, how you doing? Thank you for checking in. Barbara wants to know how much is the book and where I can purchase. Barbara, I'm going to put that on the screen for you
Thank you,
in a
Barbara.
moment. Yes. My brother, my inspiration, keep going. Don't call my baby ugly. So you must have an actual don't call my baby ugly Periscope, or someone else does because they love your book that much.
And thank you so much.
Barbara said, okay, right, never give up. Let me show you all how you can purchase the book. Let's do that now. We'll talk some more with Ken, but I want you to go over to Amazon.com. Don't call my baby ugly. Please don't mess up my dreams and my vision. Don't call my baby ugly. Go over to Amazon. Let's support Ken. I'm going to do what I can to, maybe find some way to do some giveaways or something on air. We'll have to talk about that, Ken, how we can do that. That would be great.
Sure. And sure.
Especially right now.
And what I will also say is, if you want an autographed copy of the book, just email me directly. But when you do that, make sure you put in your shipping information. I've
Yeah,
had a
so
number of people,
he knows where to
cash
send
at
it.
me.
And your name.
A number of people have cash at me, but not including their shipping information. So
Yes.
definitely do that. I don't know if you have my cash app there,
Yeah,
but
we
that
had it
way,
up. Let's put it up again, Ken. It's $KENNYJENK.
yes.
Okay, so let's see if it showed up. It didn't. Let me just put it here too. Here is the Cash App for Ken, and you can get a autographed signed copy by Cash Apping him. What is the amount they would Cash App, Ken?
It's $15 for the book. It actually does save you some on shipping,
Okay.
as opposed to if you went to Amazon.
Okay, so if you want an autographed copy, all you have to do is Cash App right now. Go ahead. I mean, let's support. Plant seed. I'm telling you, Ken is great ground. The things that he produced are life changing for not only himself, but everybody that works with him and views it. I mean, I've spoken to people that were a part of Heart That Forgives, and their lives were changed just being a part of it, Ken. So I'm
Amen.
telling you that it's God inspired. Ken doesn't just come out and do anything because it's a good idea. I think I've learned that he's only going to move if God
Amen.
told him to
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
So understand this book is God inspired, and we want to support. Some of you are typing in, Barbara, Barbara says she's getting her copy right now. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barbara.
Sterling Sample says he likes the title. Yeah, it draws your attention. It really does. Let me put the book up so you can all take a look at it and see the cover. Don't Call My Baby Ugly by Ken Jenkins. And the forward is by my brother. I love him. Kevin LeVar. So you definitely, you got two men of God that have come together. And you know what? I thank God for Kevin because he introduced us together. And it's just been a wonderful opportunity to see all the things God is doing for you. Let's talk. Can you talk about that one chapter, stick to itiveness? Can we go back to that? Look at how it's spelled, Joel. Have you ever seen it actually spelled out? Let's talk about that one chapter. And of course, you guys got to get the book. We're not going to sit here and go through chapter to chapter. But that is one that is definitely standing out. Don't Call My Baby Ugly. Ordering my autographed copy. Amen. Go ahead and go over to Cash App Ken at $KENNYJENK. He will autograph it for you, but you have to put your shipping address in there. Please don't forget that. And the name, your name that you want signed, because sometimes your Cash App name is something like elbow grease. He is not going to sign it to elbow grease. Okay, so just so you know. So Ken, let's talk about that one chapter. How can we dive in?
Stick to itiveness. In that chapter, we talk about how when I initially had the idea of doing the movie, I thought I was going to do it myself. That I was going to become this producer, I was going to become this director, I was going to buy all this equipment, and I was going to make this movie.
Yeah.
Even put together a number of people, local people here in Texas, that helped me shoot a trailer that we were going to use for some marketing. Did a great job. Marcus Curry helped me do it. We had a number of people that helped me.
Wow.
But as I began to continue to pray, and as I began to just continue to just ask God for guidance,
yes,
I realized in my mind what I was doing was talking myself out of it, because I had a vision of all epic movies that I've seen. And somehow, if my movie didn't meet that standard, then I was wasting my time, because no one would come see it.
Yeah.
And it was at that time that God revealed to me, you don't know what you don't know, so you need to learn it. And don't give up, stick to it. So I began to research everything I could find about independent faith-based movies. I researched directors, I researched producers, I researched budgets, I researched revenue.
Now wait, can I ask you, what is the average budget for a faith-based movie, would you say?
It really does depend. It depends on the actors that you have involved in it. It depends on the equipment that you use. I definitely did not want my film to look like it was shot on my iPhone.
Yeah.
Even though iPhones have come a long way. So, I mean, my budget was in the six figures. I will say that. But there have been budgets that have been half that.
Yeah.
There have been budgets that have been twice that.
Yeah.
That's where God comes in, because part of that stick-to-itiveness was a prayer that I prayed, and you read it in the book, when I realized I was going to make this and then hire people to do this. I said, God, I don't know how I'm going to do this because I don't have any money. And so I began to look through everything I owned. I looked through IRAs, I looked through 401ks. I'm not advocating doing that for anyone.
Wow. Yeah, that's your savings.
I looked through savings. I looked through the change jar. I looked through everything.
Wow.
I put it together on a list. I put it in the middle of the text, and I said, okay, God, if we're going to do this, this is what we got. So this is what we're going to do with it. And the blessing was that, and this still blows my mind, Liz, about this. When I first started to put people's faces on the board in my office and write this movie that I had no idea I was going to write because I had never written a screenplay before, I put Charles Malik Richard's face on the board. I put Carl Anthony Payne's face on the board.
Wow.
these people that I didn't know
Yes.
that I just felt God was telling me was going to be
That's
in my
faith.
film.
That's faith
Yes,
too.
yes. And every person that was on my board, I've either had in the movie or I met somewhere along the line at a festival or a convention somewhere. And when I
Wow.
tell them about it, I met Loretta Devine at the Las Vegas Black Film Festival, and I told her the story about her face being on my board years and years ago. She said, "Baby, why didn't you call me?" And I said, well,
Wow.
Mr. Devine, can I have your number? And so we exchanged numbers. And it's stick to itiveness is all about just once again the common theme is not giving up.
Yeah.
Don't let the naysayers change your mind or change your opinion about
Yeah.
what God has told you. My
Yeah.
director, Milton Brown, said to me during the filming one time, he said, "Got to remember, Ken, no matter what we finish with, someone's not going to like it. Stick true to what you believe God is telling you, and let's make this his vision."
That's good. That's good. Now Sterling is asking, is this audible?
I do not have it available audibly yet. Um, I'll be quite transparent. It's a budgetary thing right now. So as soon as I'm able to, it will
Do,
be audible.
so what? You read it and record it so that it's becomes audible? Is that how they make it?
Well, I want to do it professionally. I want to do it in the excellence that God allowed me to do the movie in the book. So I want to be able to go into a professional studio. Not sure if I want to do it myself. Not too fond of how my voice sounds,
You have a great voice, Ken.
but I may do it. I may just record it myself
You feel
because
it.
I thank you, thank you. I
Yeah.
do. I don't want to. What I don't want to do is lose the passion of how I wrote it by having someone else read it.
It's
So,
your passion, it's your
amen.
vision, and your voice is great.
Thank you, thank you. So
I
that
think
is
you can
definitely
rock it.
that is the next step. Thank you for asking that.
She said, yes, I got my book coming. Thank you, Kenny. That's from Barbara
Yay!
McDuffie. Thank you. Those of you that are on, if we can support Ken and get the book, if you cash app him $15 at dollar sign KENNYJENK, he will send you an autographed copy. Make sure you put your shipping address in there so that he can send it out to you. Ken, I also want to put up, if anyone wants to email you, that they can at ken at AFTFT, the movie.
AATSmovie.com.
Actually, it's a heart that forgives, the movie,
Exactly.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I was reading it, and in my head, I'm saying a heart that forgives, the movie. You can email Ken if you have any questions, if you want to encourage him, if you have questions about the book. Please, he is touchable. You can reach Ken. He doesn't have his people reach your people. He is his people, right, Ken?
I am my people. God and me.
Please, we are supporting tonight. Let's
Amen.
get the book. Don't call my baby ugly. Don't you call my baby ugly. You know, when God has given you a vision and a dream, people are going to try. And it's a spirit within them, of course, to
Mm.
discourage you and get you not to do it. This is what you need in your life right now. We're going through this pandemic, COVID-19, and a lot of people are just in a slump. They're just sitting home eating. Get something that's going to feed your spirit and inspire you to keep moving, keep pushing, and take all the dreams and goals that God has given you and get them in action. So let's
Yes.
pick up the book today. Don't call my baby ugly. Ken, anything you want to say with everyone before we go?
Yes. First of all, to God be the glory. Thank everyone that's joined us, everyone that's bought books already, everyone that's going to buy books. I don't count it as anything but God's grace. And I thank you. I thank you, Liz, for reaching out to me and asking me to be part of this program. I want to thank my buddy Lance back here in Texas, who's really helped me from a social media perspective, kind of get my head around everything. Because as an independent author and filmmaker, you got to wear 50 hats. I want to thank my precious, precious, precious children, Jamila and Jahari,
Oh,
who
God
are my
bless them.
inspiration behind everything I do. My girls, I love you, I love you, I love you. Kevin, obviously, Kevin LeVar, man,
There's
and
none like
him,
him.
he's here in Texas now. You know that, right?
I know. I haven't
Yeah,
had a chance to call him up. So much has been happening, but I did text him, and he's been in. They've been in my prayers, so I
yeah.
look forward to connecting with him soon.
And so here's the blessing. He is actually 1 mile from me.
Stop it! He
Yes.
did it purposely. You guys set that up.
No,
How can
he said,
you not?
he said, Ken, this is where I'm moving. You know where this is at? I said, yeah, it's probably about
Stop.
5 minutes down the road.
Stop. He was
So
floored.
I've been over there babysitting my godson and the twins and hanging out with him and Sean.
Oh.
It's been such a blessing. I am just so in awe, of allowing this craziness in my head to come out and bless people. It's a fantastic feeling, but not just because I want to pat myself on the back, but because I believe it's been God inspired, and I think God will be proud of what
Yes.
we've done so far. And for you, for being behind me and supporting what I've done thus far, being there in New
Always.
York, at the
Always,
premiere of
Ken.
the movie in New York and book now. Thank you, Liz. You are
I
forever,
appreciate
forever
you. I
in my
really
heart.
appreciate you. Thank you. And Paul says he pre-ordered the book. Can't wait to receive it.
Amen. Thank you, Paul.
So again, those of you that are just tuning in, we are about to conclude, but we're talking about this great book. Don't Call My Baby Ugly. It's really a manual and a navigation to help you when God gives you a vision. He gives you a dream. You got people that are going to tell you, what? You can't do that. Are you qualified? When God gives it to you, you're qualified. That's all that matters. So
Amen.
get the book. It's $15 if you want Ken to autograph it for you. I've put his Cash App up. It's $KENNY JENK. Make sure you also give your shipping information. We definitely want to support whenever we can. And I do know that this is good ground, good ground, good
Thank
ground.
you.
Oh, thank you, Barbara. I love you. Love you, Barbara. All right, so Ken, I want to thank you for being on tonight. I'll be in touch with you to see how maybe we can give some of these away on air.
Absolutely. I
And
love to do that.
you just been great. So thank you. Let's stay in touch, and I'm gonna talk to you real soon.
Thank you, Liz. Thanks, everyone. God bless.
God bless you. Aw, see, go over to his Cash App, and maybe you can't buy the book. Can you give a donation toward the book? Go ahead and do that. $KENNYJENK. It has been a great time being with you. That's his Cash App if you want to email him. Maybe you have some questions. There's his email address. And again, you can get the book, Don't Call My Baby Ugly, at Amazon. I want you to go over there, check it out, pick it up, bless somebody with it for the holidays. Give them a book. Some of you aren't going out to the mall anyway. Go ahead and give them a book. All right, I'll be with you, I think, tomorrow night. Yes, I'll be back here again for, am I back here tomorrow? I'm not sure if Liz Black Live is tomorrow or not, but just stay connected with me on all my social media sites. Liz Black Live, you know I got nothing but love for you. And until next time, go in peace, grow in grace. Don't just go to church, be the church.
Liz Black.